I'm Christina Chan. I've been married to Edmund here for 37 years, and we have a 26-year-old son. So it hasn't been easy.
Our son was born in 1998. So I think Island ECC was founded in 1999, right? Before Brett came in 2001. By God's grace, this church has sort of, the timing and the places, everything seems to be, by design, that this is going to be our church. Before Jonathan was born, we were yuppies, right? So we were flying all over the place, so we didn't really have a church home. But when we had Jonathan, we wanted a place where we would have a relationship with God as a family. And so we started looking for a church. And I think a friend of yours introduced Island ECC and said, this may be a good, it's a young church, you're a young family, it's a good beginning for everybody.
I think Island ECC have come a long, long way. When we first started, we were all over the place at the Chinese Resource Center, and then we moved to Marriott, the ballroom, and there are other places that we went as well.
Convention center.
Convention
We were
center.
nomads.
We were nomads.
Every week is different place. You have to listen to the announcement carefully when next one will be, where the next worship service will be taking place. And so we found out a lot about the parking, where we should be parking.
So once we moved to 633 Kings Road, we felt very stable. And that's when I first joined the kids club, teaching the kids club. I feel it's like a home or God's preparation for me to teach my young son. So I started teaching young kids. They were all over the place, not easy. But that sort of prepares me for my son, how he was gonna behave. And then eventually, Kwan came in, started the village, the women ministry. And I started participating as a small group member and eventually became a small group leader. And I'm still participating in the Wednesday night village.
I think as we got very comfortable with the church, we decided as a family that we may try something. 2 years in a row, we went on the
missionary
ICM,
to
International Care Ministries. They had these trips with families with small children to go to some place in the Philippines to do a kids camp for them. It's suitable for young kids. So I want my son to be exposed to that. And so we went for 2 years, and it's definitely life-changing. I think for me, for Chris, and especially for John. I think he got to see, in some places where the situation is very poor, but God's love is still there. It's part of our experience with Island ECC is this opportunity to do this outreach. And I'm still keeping in touch with many of the people there. All these things will help you think about your life as a Christian. For myself, this is part of the thing that Island ECC helped me with. My own personal journey of faith, with all these sermons from very different perspectives, from very different pastors, and also all these programs. And it made a huge impact I think on everybody, not just on me. I think the church has grown all these years and it deserves a permanent home. A permanent home would mean future generations will be able to, it's more a guarantee for future generations. Of course, it's just a piece of property. You still have to have the congregation and the leadership. But in a way, it's a more physical guarantee that Island ECC will be here for future generations.
I can quote Pastor Brett. He said, love people, use things. I think we can use the Sunbeam Theater to help and love people by expanding God's love. But I hope people can participate not just by donation, but showing their time, their energy to support. Just stepping in, one person at a time, and help us grow the Island ECC family. This is going to be our permanent home. It's most important to us, the members. I want to see it be successful. So use us. We are vessels of God.